Hola, hello! I made this video about the past simple, Pretérito Indefinido. This is an introduction, so I will give you examples and explanations. There will be an activity at the end of the video, and I will explain you the basics of the past simple, or as we call it in Spanish, Pretérito Indefinido. So watch this video and let me know what you think, and if you want more activities you can go to my website www.spanishwithflor.org and download more activities, and you can watch more videos in order to learn Spanish effectively. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you soon.
Okay, so let's get started with Pretérito Indefinido, or the past simple. These are a few examples. They are in the present and in the past. In the present, leo el periódico todos los días. I read the newspaper every day. In the past would be leí el periódico el lunes pasado. I read the newspaper last Monday. Vivo en Estados Unidos. Ahora. En el pasado, in the past. Viví en México por 5 años. I lived in Mexico for 5 years. Trabajo para una empresa de zapatos. Ahora. I work for a shoe company. Now. In the past, en el pasado, trabajé para una empresa de zapatos en 2010. I worked for a shoe company in 2010. As you can see in these 6 examples, we have word references here, or time references. For example, todos los días, as in the first example, todos los días, every day. So I use leo. Yo leo. Yes. In the past, el lunes pasado. Leí. I read. Leí el periódico el lunes pasado. Then if we say vivo en Estados Unidos, that's the second one. It means you live right now. It's something that it's the country where you live. If you are saying por 5 años, yes, and maybe you lived there for 5 years. Maybe you are living in another country now. So you say, I lived in Mexico for 5 years. Viví en México por 5 años. That action is finished. Trabajo para una empresa de zapatos. That's the last example. That means I work now. That's my job. But if you say, trabajé para una empresa de zapatos en 2010, you mean that in 2010, that's over, that's finished. So in 2010, maybe in that year, you worked for a shoe company. Yes? And have a look at how the verb changes. Yes? Leo, de leer, read, leí. Yes? Vivo, vivir, viví. Trabajo, from the verb trabajar, work, trabajé, in the past. Okay? So, when do we use pretérito indefinido? Write this down. Finished actions in the past with no connections with the present time. Yes? When you want to talk about something that is finished, that it happened somewhere in the past and it has no connection with your present situation, we use the pretérito indefinido. Yes? This past tense verb. Here there are 2 examples, the most common examples. Nací en Argentina. I was born in Argentina. There is no other way in which you can say this. Yes. Mi hermano nació en 1982. My brother was born in 1982. So he was born. Nació. Nací en Argentina. Okay. So time reference words. El lunes pasado, when you have the word pasado, it could be el martes pasado, last Tuesday, el miércoles pasado, el fin de semana pasado, last weekend, el año pasado, last year. So if you see this word pasado, so that means it's pretérito indefinido. Yes, the past. Por 5 años, for 5 years. Only when the action has no connection with the present, we can say, or we can use pretérito indefinido. Or when you have an exact year. For example, en 2010. You can also say, I don't know, last Yeah, last summer, el verano pasado. Yes, that's another one you can use. So pay attention to these time reference words. Some of the verbs and their changes. These are regular verbs in Spanish. Yes, and the three common endings are ar, ir. A-R, E-R, I-R. Okay? And there are verbs like cantar, to sing, trabajar, to work. Yes? So here are how you would change the verbs. So canté, cantaste, cantó, cantamos, cantaron. And with work, trabajar, trabajé, trabajaste, trabajó, trabajamos, trabajaron. Then the one in the middle, it's beber, to drink. Bebí, bebiste, bebió, bebimos, bebieron. And the next example is ver, to see. Vi, viste, vio, vimos, vieron. And the last column is ir, escribir, to write. Escribí, escribiste, escribió, escribimos, escribieron. And the last verb is vivir, to live. Viví, viviste, vivió, vivimos, vivieron. Okay? So pay attention to the endings of the verbs in the past. Notice the similarities they have. If they end in AR, they are canté, trabajé. I sang and I worked. So the end is the same. Yes, these are regular verbs. So, careful with irregular verb forms. For example, venir. Vine, viniste, vino, vinimos, vinieron. It's irregular. The verb ir and ser are the same. The verb ir means to go and the verb ser means to be. And for this, I think I have a video on fui and fuimos and the difference. So check it out if you have any doubts. So as you can see, ir and ser are the same. Fui, fuiste, fue, fuimos, fueron. The only difference is the context, of course. Yes. Hacer, the verb to do or to make. Hice, hiciste, hizo, hicimos, hicieron. Estar, estuve, estuviste, estuvo, estuvimos, estuvieron. And andar, anduve, anduviste, anduvo, anduvimos, anduvieron. Andar, you can use like andar en bicicleta, to ride a bike. Andar a caballo, yes, to ride a horse. So we use the verb andar. So whenever you are practicing the past, pretérito indefinido, check if the verb is irregular or regular. You can find exercises online that you can do in order to practice and try to memorize. Here are some examples of these irregular verbs. Los chicos fueron a la plaza el sábado y anduvieron en bicicleta. The kids or the children went to the park on Saturday and they rode a bike. Y anduvieron en bicicleta. The next one. ¿Hiciste las compras? Sí. Estuve en el supermercado esta mañana. Yes, hiciste. Did you do the shopping? Sí. Estuve, I was, in the supermarket this morning. Fuimos al teatro el fin de semana. Vimos un espectáculo y fue hermoso. Fuimos al teatro. We went to the theater last weekend. Vimos un espectáculo. We saw a show and it was beautiful. Mis padres vinieron de visita. My parents came to visit me. Okay? So here you have all these irregular verbs in examples. How to practice pretérito indefinido. Okay, so what can you do? As I said before, there are exercises online that you can do whenever you have some free time. Focus on the context and try to remember, how can I change this verb? For example, estar or cantar. Okay, so I recommend that you at least try to do 15 minutes per week in order to remember, if this is something new for you, of course. Grammar books, there are plenty of books that you can find online in order to practice a bit more if you want to. And they are very well structured, and you have all the exercises that you need to practice, that you need to do. The third one is write sentences about things you did. Yes, you can write about your last weekend, or you can write about, for example, your last birthday, last holidays. And if you have a language partner, you could send that text or that paragraph to your language partner, and he or she could have a look at it and then give you feedback. Or you can talk about it if you have a Spanish-speaking friend, or if you have a language partner or a teacher. Also, I recommend checking with the online conjugator. This is very good. So whenever you are speaking online, or when you are writing something, you have a doubt, just go to these websites. I'm going to add the links below, and then you can check if the verb form is correct. There are many online, and they're very useful. And the last one is use it in conversations. So try to talk about the past a bit more. Maybe we, at the beginning, we only talk about the things that I like, I don't like, and the things that, for example, our jobs, which is great. But then try to start using the past tense forms in order to practice. That's the only way. So here you have an exercise, and this is a text about a trip. And you have to complete the spaces with the verb forms. So I recommend that you pause the video here, have a look at the text, read the verbs, yes. If you don't know them, you can use your intuition if you want to, you can guess, or you can check online if the verb form is correct. So I recommend that you pause the video now, because I will show the answers. So these are the answers. So have a look at them. You can pause the video now and check the words. Okay, and write down the ones that you have correct. So pause the video now. And that's all for me. So I hope that you had liked this video, and that it's helpful for you, because I think that Pretérito Indefinido is always something that we are not sure. And well, so I hope you had liked it. And if you find it useful, please write in the comments below and share with people that you may know would be interesting and would be interested. And also, if you want to have more of these videos, or if you want to find activities to practice, I suggest that you check my website, which is www.spanishwithflor.org. And well, you can subscribe to my newsletters if you want to get tips and more practice and updates on resources. And if you're a teacher, a Spanish teacher, I hope that you had found this video useful for your students that speak English. So I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching. Ciao!